Good evening, we'll try this again. A few issues with the broadcasting tonight, but Saturday night. So it's Max Coates Clio Cup action brought to you by NXTGEN, coming from Circuit of the Americas. So COTA using the national layout of the circuit. 17 laps, medium cloud. Invites are just going out, so we're just waiting on the regulars to get here. Couple of fillers tonight. Kaz and Cage is one. So just one filler in at the moment. It should be a nice track for these cars. We've had a couple of leagues in NXTGEN that have visited this track. Suits the GT3 cars very, very well. So if I do go quiet, I'm just sorting out the stream. Try not to keep you too much longer, just while I get this stream link sent out. Looks like all the drivers are in, so the action will get underway. Obviously starting with our usual qualifying session. And then going into the races, 17 laps. First time for the Clios to come to this track though, so we'll see how these cars handle it, but should be very nice for these cars. If you are watching, let us know who you're cheering for. You want to see win. A couple of the big names last week didn't do so well at Silverstone. So as the guys just leave the pits onto their warm-up lap, we'll just see who gets out on track first. It's NGR Martin who's out on track first there. Apologies if you are commenting on YouTube, my links don't seem to be loading up here, so I'm unable to see the comments coming through. I'm sure we'll have our usual fans in for Cam. But Cam had a very good, he's unlucky last week, but shown great potential, and so did NGR Amiga, if I can just find where he is. So NGR Amiga still in the pits, but had that lap one incident last week which put him right down the table, but managed to get back up for a podium, so he may still be on a high from last week, so we'll definitely want to watch tonight. NGR Martin will be the first to get his out lap completed. So we'll stick with him while we just wait for the times to come through. Tyres should be up to a decent temperature now anyway, so should be able to attack the corners quite well. There's NGR Fraser, who's just leaving the pits in the distance there as well. But do get involved with each other in the chat as well. So we just wait for these lap times to start coming in. A couple of people still in the pits. Fraser and Amiga still choosing to sit in the pits there as well. And Joe Curley, who's about to say now back to health, hoping for a good race tonight. I cursed him before he even opened my mouth. There's the other fella, Boy Racer 14. Now, unfortunately, he's just joined the lobby, so he won't be tracked. Off of the RDF1, Adam Morris. He's a filler for tonight as well. RS Jim will be hoping for a better performance than last week at Silverstone as well. It definitely wasn't the best of his races. We certainly didn't see the best of him. Here comes NGR Martin now to cross the line, putting the first time of a 1:45.9. So we'll see if he can improve, or anyone else can improve on that in their first lap. RCF Polo FR just pushed down to third by Scooby. It's just over a second at the moment out of the top spot. So probably one of the longer tracks that we've visited in this season at the moment. A few times coming in now. The Han just moved into fifth with his time, but almost 20 seconds off the top spot at the moment. And John Martin has just been pushed down second by Cam. He's certainly one to watch this season. The luck's not been with him in some of the races though. Last week was another one of those where unfortunately got caught up. I think it was with Edu, and sadly put him down. Levels, oh, getting a bit out of shape there. Back end's fighting him, but goes back into the pits. Might have been best to stay out there really, just keep on going. So NGR Martin now comes across the line. Doesn't move up, doesn't improve on his time either. NGR Scooby, unfortunately, lap time invalidated there due to track limits, so he won't be improving on this lap. NGR Edu, it's just moved in to the top 5. But only 3 within a second of each other at the moment. And with the laps being longer, every lap really counts in this qualifying session. There's not much time really for a track of this size to get the lap times in, like Silverstone National last week. Much smaller track, so you can afford a couple of off laps, but in this is a much different story. And GR Mad Marshall running well in 8th, but a little bit of sideways action there, gets the car going again. Greener Army just moved into 8th. That's a nice position for him to be in. RDF Adam Morris has actually just moved into 8th now. Cam's still out on top. Everyone is out on track at the moment. Jim still to put in a time though. We have seen this from Jim though. He likes to take his time. He doesn't always get the fastest laps to start in qualifying. We see this from Jim all the time. He likes to take his time. And then towards the end of qualifying is when you see the best laps from him come out. It's like he's just learning where to push it each lap and progressively gets faster and faster. Track limits will certainly be an issue. So that lap hasn't counted though, so he goes out again. Oh, don't know if that's going to discount the lap there as well. It hasn't come up on the race feed that it's discounted. But RCF is now moved into second. We've got 4 within a second of each other at the moment, and JR Scooby just outside of that 1 second club at this moment in time. Markings on the track very similar to the Paul Ricard circuit in France. But at the moment, Cam just out in front in first place, but RCF, as he comes across the line, is he going to take the top spot? He's got NGR Martin just behind him there as well. No, he stays where he is, and so does NGR Martin. NGR Edu is now leaving the pits. NGR Fraser. I think he's running a different livery this week. I don't remember seeing him running in that car before. Little flash of lights there to say thank you for the traffic letting him pass without causing any problems, but still a few to put times in. I'm pretty sure these guys were in the lobby to start with. Don't think they were late joining or disconnected. Let's have a look. So RS Jim left the session, so unfortunately he's not going to be tracked properly now, which may cause complications. Amiga still to put a time in. So Jim, unfortunately, Boy Racer isn't going to be tracked either. So we'll have to try and get a head around where they are once the race starts going. Let's say an Amiga hasn't put a time in yet. Don't think he was late joining that. But Cam has stretched his lead out a little bit now. 0.2 of a second is the gap, so it's not much, but it's always nice when you're on the top place to extend the gap between you and second just a little bit more. Does add more pressure to RCF, who's actually just behind Cam. We want to try and catch up to Cam, probably get a toe off him, follow his line through the course as well. Cam's not going to be slowing down to let that happen though. And JR Martin in third is in the pits, and JR Fraser's in fourth. Seeing the new race feed there, Cam lap invalidated. Oh, Fraser getting a little bit out of shape there. Fraser's back into the pits, leaves straight away though, and John Martin's still in the pits. Blue Gobi running in 8th at the moment, and JR Curley just a line, stays in 10th, improves on his lap time though, so just over 4 seconds behind the top spot for him at this moment in time. But Cam running extremely well, only 3 within a second of each other at this moment in time. It's probably the lowest we've seen in this Clio Cup League since it started. And it's just over 6.5 minutes left. So people will start asking themselves questions of what they can do. Now, I don't know if Amiga's being tracked here. It's funny that we're not seeing a time from him yet. I'm pretty sure he's been in since the start. Maybe he did leave and rejoin. I'm not too sure. So here is your time leader at the moment. RCF has just snuck in front of him there as well. RCF has now closed the gap to an almost exact time. RCF must be thinking, what can he do to get on that top spot? There's now 4 within a second of each other. But when you've got, you know, you're putting lap times in like that, and you can see that you're just a smidgen away from the guy in front. Sometimes it is a little bit disheartening. Sometimes you just don't know where you can find that time from. You can think it's the perfect lap, but we can see NGR Amiga has now put a time in as well, but him and Blue Gobi very, very close to each other as well. Just coming up to the 4-minute marker now. It's a nice wide track though here, so we should have plenty of side-by-side racing in the Clio Cups tonight. I think this is going to serve as a very good track. A bit like the Red Bull Ring was. Prove for some very, very good racing. I think that's Cam there who's slowing. Or is it Greener Army? Yeah, it's Greener Army who's slowing just to let the traffic past. Scooby's in the pits. Amiga's now up to 4th. So he's showing very, very good pace. It's took a while for him to get going, but I mean, RS Jim isn't being tracked at the moment, so technically I think he could be up there as well. It's just not going to show our timings board either. But I'm sure, knowing Jim as well as I do in this game, he'll have put in quite a decent time. I imagine top 5. We've got 5 within a second of each other. And GR Fraser just outside of that group at the moment. car getting sideways there as he's pushing this little Clio as hard as he can round this track. Oh, Edu's now moved into the 1 second club as well, just outside the top 5. He's just within that 1 second bracket as well. I mean, that's getting it as close as you can to 1 second there. So come and see Fraser. I think that's NGR Curley. He's just letting the traffic go by. Now, normally Fraser runs in that livery on the Clio Cup, so we'll try and remember who's who. There's NGR Martin there, who's letting traffic go past as well. Blue Gobi has entered the 1 second club now. He's gone into the pits though. Maybe that's all he feels that he can do. I mean, it's going to be really too late to get out there and put another time in now. So he can only sit by and watch as everyone's out on track putting in times. Got NGR Scooby, who's doing well at the start, pushed all the way down to 9th though. He can only watch. Adam Morris is going out on track again, but he's not going to have any more time to put in any, another lap. Mahan leaving on track, just getting a bit more track time. Green Army's in the pits, but these guys are not going to be able to improve on the times that they've got. But Cam will be... Oh no, RCF has now taken the top spot here. By 0.2 of a second as well. Here comes Cam up the home straight though. I mean, he held on to that top spot for a long time, but that completely slipped my attention, that one. Does he improve? No, he stays where he is. And is he going to have enough time to complete this lap? We'll find out when the timer comes up in just over 10 seconds. And Jarmiga's moved up to 3rd. He'll be very pleased with that. So he's got 2 minutes left, so they are going to have time to complete this lap. Oh no, is that contact with Cam? I think it is. That's going to... Oh, that's a real shame for him. Fortunately, that's going to discount this lap. Amiga's pushing very hard here. Gets some sideways action going in his Clio Cup car now. Reminiscent of Fraser in the distance there as well. People pushing these hard now on this last lap. It's do or die now. All eyes will be on NGR Martin here. Who's that in the red there? Getting some lovely little action going on. Boy Racer. Some nice action going on in his little Clio Cup car. But all eyes will be on Amiga. Oh, is that going to discount the lap? It hasn't come up in the news feed. I think he would have pitted in if it had discounted. Ah, that's going to discount it though, unfortunately. Let's go on Boy Racer here. This gives us a little spectacle. Unfortunately, he's not being tracked. Let's get some drifting, giving a nice show to us watching. There's no one out on track, so Boy Racer by name, Boy Racer by nature. There's 20 seconds left. Couple of people still out on track. NGR Mad Marshall. Oh, the FR, that's the AI driving there. That's why it's going so slow. But well done to RCF. It took him a while, but just at the end of qualifying managed to get into the top spot. Cam will be absolutely gutted with that. But Cam's been here before. So just wait for the race to start, and then we'll try and work out where RS Jim is on the grid and Boy Racer. You know, it could be that RS Jim is actually in first place or Boy Racer. No, RS Jim managed to get third, Boy Racer 11th. But RCF did get in the top spot. Let's go out racing. Oh, RCF, a slow start from him. Cam gets a nice start. He's got into first place. RS Jim trying to find a way past RCF. The RCF lost a lot of ground there with that start. Was not the best start for him. NGR Martin into third. Cam pulling away here. RS Jim having to fight off NGR Martin here at the moment. RCF, Edu and Amiga just behind them. Oh, that's Amiga who's going off very wide there. Completely missed his braking zone. Side by side with Scooby there. They connect. Oh, could have been a lot worse. I think that's NGR Mad Marshall there getting sideways. Lots of action already on the first lap of our Max Coates Clio Cup coming from COTA. Cam has got RS Jim behind him. RCF Polo and NGR Martin just behind them there as well. Edu seems to have fell off a little bit here. He's got Kazza Cage just behind him. Edu needs a good result this week. Blue Gobies in this action here as well as NGR Fraser and Boy Racers there as well. A lot of Clio Cups packed up together here. But Edu needs a good finish tonight to keep his championship dreams going. NGR Scooby's got NGR Amiga just behind him here. As they enter the home straight to start lap 2 of 17. Lights glaring from Amiga. Edu not having the best of races here. He's dropped down to 7th now. He might have had a slowdown penalty there. We've got Kazza Cage who's having a good fight here with Fraser. Got Blue Goby just in front of them. Never an easy thing to do when you've got two cars coming up just behind you, but Blue Goby handling the pressure well here. Kazza Cage has got Fraser coming up right behind him with Edu really closing the gap here. Edu's now found his pace. He's got Boy Racer just behind him, Amiga and Scooby in the far distance there. Fraser needs to find a way past. Edu really needs to find a way past. He doesn't want to get caught up in this for too long and let the front runners go. Edu trying to find a way. He's going to find a way past here though. Oh, goes in a little bit too heavy in that corner. Not the best really there. My personal opinion, should have slowed down. I think he's gained from that really. He's obviously got his racing head on. I don't know, the angles that we see it from can be different sometimes, but looked like he went into that corner far too heavy, far too fast. And the result is what we see here. Amiga just behind him here, trying to find a way past Boy Racer. So I think Edu is now slowing to let them past. So Edu just let him past. He's now going to go back into it. So that is the fair racing rule in effect there as well. We're joining up with the top two here. So Cam still out in front. RS Jim still in second. And we've got a battle for third going on here with RCF, who's behind NGR Martin at the moment. Oh, NGR Martin makes a mistake there. RCF is going to go out in front. Now, is that going to give him a slowdown penalty for NGR Martin? Oh, we've got, I think it was a bit of lag there from NGR Martin that we've just seen. I think we've got connections issues here for NGR Martin. I'm hoping this is just on our connection and it's not going to affect anyone else's race. But Cam has got NXTGEN really bringing the pressure to him here. NXTGEN is not an easy guy to defend against. It's doing what needs to be done at the moment, but NXTGEN is just going to be following Cam. Applying the pressure, hoping that he makes a mistake. So Fraser up to 7th. Now before that incident, he was showing really good pace there as well. Hopefully he can find that pace again. Move his way up the field. He's actually in 8th at the moment. Oh no, that's Fraser and Amiga who've come together there. Not quite sure what happened. As he lost control, he's kept the car going. He's really bringing it to Boy Racer here. Has he found a way past? It looks like he has. And Amiga, I think he's got a slow down penalty. It might have just been the corner that he was approaching. Edu down in 8th again. He's got NGR Scooby now behind him. Nice move there. Oh, a little bit of a touch, but nice move there to get through. Kazakage is going to be on the inside here for this corner though. Edged up just in front, side by side racing here. Scooby's sticking with them here. He will capitalise if a mistake happens. Managed to get past Edo. I don't know if Edo had maybe a little bit of a slow down penalty there. Oh, Scooby needs to be careful turning in there. Edo in the wars tonight though. Cam's still out in front with NXTGEN still bringing the fight to him here. RCF not a million miles away behind them as well. But Cam, very good driving qualifying, very good drive so far in the race. Got an awesome start off the line to throw him into 1st from 2nd. And that's where he's been throughout the race. Of course, we don't want repeat of Silverstone. Last week, he held 1st for so long. They had it coming together. I think it was with Fraser. And then sadly it put him all the way down. And there's still a long, long way to go in this race. Looks like someone has just been disconnected. NXTGEN's still in this fight here, so top 3 is still in there. Cam has put herself a little bit of distance between him and Jim. RCF closing the gap on Jim here. Jim looks like he got quite a good slipstream from that there though. Just managed to close that gap back up. So we're on board with NXTGEN as he tries battling to get in front of Cam. Little dab of the brakes there from Cam. Get the car under control. Jim looking a bit more confident in the braking zones than Cam. He's just trying to find that way past though, that's the difficult part. Think he's going to do him here though, is he? No, Cam's able to just close the door on him early enough. And RCF has now got NGR Martin just behind him here as well. So NGR Martin will see Cam and Jim out ahead. I'm sure his focus will be flicking between them every now and again as well. You can see just how close it is between Jim and Cam just in front of him. Just as close as these two are as well. Edu down in ninth now. Scooby bringing the fight to Kazza Cage. Gets a very good run outside the corner. Track limits will prevent him from overtaking on that part of the track though. I think he's got a slow down penalty, I think, from when he went to the right. Slow down penalty serve though, gets going again. On board with Edu here. Jim still chasing down Cam. Cam doing an exceptional job here at the moment though of holding off Jim. I think we've actually lost NGR Martin. Just flicking through the name. Yeah, NGR Martin unfortunately disconnected. Oh no, NGR Martin, sorry, no, hasn't disconnected. He's currently still in third. So he has managed to find a way past RCF. So he'll be very pleased with that. Blue Gobi, not a million miles away from this fight. NGR Fraser's got Boy Racer just in room with Amiga just behind him. So there is little clumps of Clios all over the track battling it out. Well, that's Edu, I think, who's just disconnected there. Yeah, Edu. Connection's not been the best tonight. We've lost about 4 drivers. I think NGR Curley is one. Sorry about flicking through there. We'll stick with these two as the fight's going on. I was just trying to work out who was in the room and who wasn't now. But look at this from Jim. So we'll stay on board with Jim for a while as he tries his utmost to get past Cam. Very good exit out that corner. He's got a good drive on him here. Side by side. This Cam got the edge, but Jim is going to hold this line. I think Jim's going to take it on this corner. Is Cam going to go for the switchback here? Oh, keeps it within the track limits there as well. Cam, he's moved down to second, but it is not over for him, not by a long shot. Now you notice at the bottom it says lap 1 of 17. That is definitely not correct. We're on lap 9 of 17. So a long while to go. Cam can't lose faith. Needs to keep the concentration going down. Needs to stick with Jim now. But Jim is one of those that when he finds pace, he finds pace. And John Martin's still in third behind him there as well. But at the moment, it is just a 2-horse race for first. Now Cam gets a very good exit out the corner. He's letting Jim know he's there. Ooh, has to brake hard there to avoid any kind of contact, and he does. I think Cam will know just how hard it's going to be to get past Jim. He thinks about here, but he's not able to make the move stick. Just going to have to run on Jim to do it. Almost side by side with him again though. Just goes to show what the slipstream can, how slipstream can affect the positions on this track. I think if Cam can just stick with him like this, you get a very good slipstream on the home straight. You might be able to pull a move there, but then it's just staying out in front again. I think we might see this for the next 7 laps of Jim and Cam just swapping places. Sticking to Jim like glue at the moment though. RCF with NGR Martin here as well. So RCF made some good ground. I don't know if these two are going to be able to catch the front two though. I think there might just be too much of a challenge that. See Belugo be in the distance just behind them there as well. Cam's taken first place back. He's done it before the first corner as well. And we look in the distance there as well. RCF has managed to get in front of NGR Martin here as well to put himself into third. Well, the fight is certainly not over. The top 4 having a very, very good race at the moment. NGR Martin thinking about it here. He's not able to get in front. Cam is still just in front of RS Jim at the moment. Jim trying all the moves to add extra pressure onto Cam, trying to force a mistake out of him. Tries to get side by side here. Cam's going to hold this line. Brake heavy to this left-hander. Now we're seeing Cam hold this position for a long time in the race. Can he hold on to it for the remaining 6 laps though? RCF put a little bit of distance between him and NGR Martin there. little bit of a lock-up from Cam. Again, looks like he's put a little bit of distance. I mean, not a huge amount, but he's certainly put a little bit of distance between him and Jim. Sometimes that can just give you the confidence boost you need. We've got Boy Racer giving him some real pressure here as well. And we've got a big battle going on here as well. Oh, I think he's got a slow down penalty. He's going to have to let them go through. There's Amiga and Scooby. Fraser are battling this out. So on board with Amiga as he's bringing the fight to NGR Scooby. See NGR Fraser just in front of him there as well. Going to try and make a move here. Have to be very, very brave to do that. Gaza Cage still with them even though we got that slow down penalty. Oh, he gets past Scooby. Connects with Amiga though. Is Amiga able to keep it going? He is, but loses a couple of positions through that. I don't think it's been his lucky races again. I think Kazakage slows to let him through there. Either that, it was a slow down penalty. But these two still battling out, and Cam still ahead of RS Jim at the moment. Like 13 is 17 now. So these two swapping positions throughout the race. Hard to call who's going to get third at the moment. So RCF going to try a cheeky move here. Cam really putting some distance between him and Jim now. So Fraser still holding on to 6th place. Scooby 7th. Don't forget Jim isn't being tracked, so he's currently in 2nd place. So all these positions will actually fall down by 1. I think that was Blue Goby, who's always thought Amiga was going to be able to make a move stick here, is he though? Gets a very good run. Where's Scooby gone? Oh, he's there. Thought he completely dropped back there. Heavy braking for this tight left-hander. Cage back in this fight as well. See the slipstream really taking effect there for Cage. And Cam still leading the way at the moment. I think we've lost Blue Goby from the race now as well. Oh, so annoying when disconnections happen. Unfortunately, we have to count it as a mechanical failure, so no points scored if you do disconnect. Does seem to be something that happens on the Project Car Series quite often for some. Some would argue it's the PSN servers, some would say it's the game servers. With PSN being a paid service, it certainly shouldn't be a server issue, really. Oh, Jim has now taken the top spot back on the penultimate lap. So the battle for first is still going on. Cam really bringing the fight to him here. Oh, little nice move from Cam there that puts him in to first place. He made the move stick. Jim won't be pleased about that, but not a lot Jim could do. Sometimes you see the move in your head and you go for it, and that's what Cam did, and it certainly paid off for him. Cam must be thinking now, come on, end the race, put me out of my misery. Not these two. Been racing in our Clio leagues for quite some time now. Jim has managed to sneak back in front. The final lap of the race, Cam now back in front. Jim now back in front. Oh, a little bit of a touch there. Cam now back in front. It's like bloody past the parcel. Jim now in front. Cam now in front. Oh, both get a little bit of a slide on. Is that going to be a slowdown penalty for Cam? Both pushing very, very hard. Is Cam in front? No, Jim's still in front. RCF Polo's still in third as well. Cam tries to get a good run on him here. Jim has got the momentum going though. Cam is going to take this fight right to the end though. back end steps out on him. He managed to keep it controlled. Fortunately, Jim managed to keep it going. Oh, he pushes hard there, just maybe a little bit too hard at the end. Jim is going to take the win. Well deserved. I think Cam definitely got a slow down penalty. Doesn't want to get any time penalties, so probably slow down to avoid getting anything. RCF and NGR Martin very, very close at the end as well. Fraser is going to take 5th. He'll be very pleased with that. Kazza Cage takes 6th. Scooby is 7th. Amiga in 8th. Lahan in 9th. And GR Mad Marshall 10th. Boy Racer, I'm not sure actually where he was. He'll actually be... I'm not sure. Because he's not being tracked properly. I'm not actually sure where Boy Racer came. But well done to Jim. He took that fight right to the end. Commiserations to Campbell. Well done on 2nd. It's not an easy feat keeping Jim at bay. We had quite a few disconnections in the race there, which is quite disheartening for some of the races. Looks like NGR Curley retired to the pits. Green Army looks like he retired as well. Well, that brings this round of the Max Coates Clio Cup to an end. Apologies not been able to get involved in the chat on YouTube. We'll try and sort that out for next week. But we do return next Saturday, 8:30. Do tune in then. As always, if you are new to the channel, do subscribe. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you soon.